Hey everybody, it's Angela and I am back with another process video, and I am doing a challenge that Nancy, Kitty Scrapper, and Irit have been doing, and that is the Crazy Paper Challenge. My crazy paper is this one I've been showing you, the Zephyr from Prima, and I have a few of the other items that go with it, and it is so bold and saturated. I don't know what I was thinking. It's like completely not my style. But I bought it and it's just been kind of sitting there since, and I've just kind of not known what to do with it or been too intimidated by it to use it. So I am going to do this challenge and get in here and use this crazy paper because it is pretty. It's just more saturated than what I'm used to. So since it's an A4 size, I'm going to put it on some other scrapbook paper, and this is some paper from Storyteller by Crate Paper. I'm just going to use that as my 12 by 12 background, and then I'm going to put the A4 Prima paper on top of that. And I think what I liked about it when I first ordered it was I was thinking about Nicaragua and the saturated tropical almost kind of colors to it, even though it's not a tropical collection, but it kind of gives you that same feel because it's just so colorful there. And so I am going to go ahead and scrapbook some photos from Nicaragua. It was when we had gone to lunch and there was a band playing music there, playing traditional Nicaraguan music, which is like a xylophone and then some different like ukulele guitar type stuff. And it's very beautiful music and I just loved it. So I had a few pictures from that. And I'm going to mount them on some of these cards. At first I think about putting one picture bigger than the other two, and then I just kind of put 3 of these cards down, and it looks really good kind of where the A4 sized paper stops. So I'm just going to print a smaller one and cut it down here in a second. I'll cut it down even further so it'll fit on that journaling card, and that's kind of what I'm going to use as my structure. And I'm going to go ahead and just put a very thin mat around each of these photos just to make it pop from the background of the tag. Like on that orange tag, I'm going to use some of this that has the blues and yellows on it. On the yellow tag, I use the orange. And so it just kind of helps delineate the photo a little bit. This top tag, I'm going to use some yellow. And then I'm going to take these papers that I just cut into and run them through my Big Kick. And I have some dies. I had seen Irit do one of her crazy paper challenges with this die here, which is the Maggie Holmes confetti flower die. And then I had this one, which is a We Are Memory Keepers, and it sucks. You can see there's only 2 holes to help punch out or poke out that one really intricate piece. And I had a heck of a time getting that to release. It did do it, you know, it just took a lot of time and I don't have, I guess, the patience for it, but I like the flower and everything. It's just that yeah, it was just a little harder to do than the Maggie Holmes die. So yeah, Irit kind of did the same thing, and she did a cluster of these flowers and she put like mixed media over the top. I'm not going to go that far with it. I'm going to let the bright colors shine through because, like I said, this is Nicaragua. It's tropical, it's bright, it's colorful, there's lots of flowers, and so I kind of wanted that to show through. So I'm just layering some of the die cuts together, and I'm just going to go up where the photos are, building a cluster around those, and I'm going to leave the left hand blue area open as some white space and breathing room. So now I'm just tucking in some of the leaves, and then putting some of the flower centers in. And so that is pretty much my design, and I'm just using hot glue because that gives a little bit of depth because the glue is a little bit thicker. So I like that. I'm just going to go ahead and adhere these flowers down and the leaves. And I'm not putting glue over the whole thing so that the edges I can kind of bend them up a little bit to get more of that dimension. I'm just kind of placing it so that I don't cover up, and then I burned myself there. It's very, very hot glue. It's a high temp glue gun. And I'm just trying not to cover up any of the musicians in the photos. Go ahead adding some glue, and I really actually like the layout. I wasn't sure I was going to, you know, when I went to use this crazy paper. I guess that's what we're afraid of when we go to use it, is that we're going to make something that we don't like, or it's not going to come out right or whatever. But once I got into it, you know, and I embraced the bold, yeah, I like how it turned out. And the flowers that I made just kind of blend into the flowers that are pre-printed on the bottom of that paper, so it kind of makes an L there around the corner. I was looking through to see if there was any cut aparts in that collection that I wanted to use, and there weren't, so I go ahead and decide to work on my title. And I have these letter stickers. They're just small ones, and it looks like the only color on there I've used is the orange, and here I am, I'm using it again. And I just put Music of Nicaragua on there. And then I had a few little scraps when I was trimming my paper to fit into my big kick or big shot. And so I go ahead and use those under the title just to kind of delineate it a little bit. Just brings a little extra color up there. Now I'm looking through for some enamel dots, and I'm looking for oranges, yellows, and blues that will match the layout. And I have these, some of those little ones that aren't in a package, are just ones that have come in various kits. Like this one here must have come in a kit. So I like that one with the little orange heart. And then that's another heart item, and I'm just going to make, I think, 3 clusters of them. So I put some yellow ones on there. So I've got a cluster up there at the top right, one kind of in the middle left of that photo, and then on the bottom right of that third photo. And so that is pretty much my finished layout. If I do some journaling, I'll probably do it along that left-hand side below the title. And there is the title. It's very simple and everything, but I didn't want it to overpower all these bold flowers. And so I really like how it turned out, and it didn't need a ton of embellishing. Just that paper really does most of the embellishing for you. And so I really like it. I'm going to cut up some more of it and do some pocket pages to go in my travel album along with this one, and maybe use more of this crazy paper in a pocket style. And so thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions or anything, just leave me a comment below. I'll talk to you later. Bye.